Okay, we are here at the Fireside booth at Gen Con, and we are going to go over Munchkin Panic, and Anne-Marie DeWitt is going to give us a nice quick rundown. Welcome.
Thank you very much. We're really excited about Munchkin Panic. So.
Good, good. And this is going to be available for pre-order here at the show.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and give us a quick rundown of how a turn might work.
Okay, sure. All right, so Munchkin Panic is basically, the idea is that the Munchkin monsters have invaded Castle Panic. So we've Munchkinized the game. So we've got the Munchkin monsters that you'll be familiar with from the game Munchkin. And the first thing you'll do on your turn is discard and draw. So you'll have a hand, start with a hand of 5 of the castle cards and 1 of the treasure cards, and you'll look at your treasure cards and determine whether or not you have useful cards. And if you have one that's not so useful, let's see, all of mine are useful, but I'll pretend, my any color archer isn't useful, and I could discard that and draw another one. The discard is always optional.
Okay.
You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Then you give charity. If you have 3 treasure cards, you're safe, but if you have more than 3, you need to give the excess to the person with the fewest points in monsters. So as you kill your monsters, you keep them as trophies.
Okay.
And you would give the excess of 3 to the lowest scoring person, and then you move to step 3, which is play cards, negotiate, and get trophies.
Okay.
So at this point, I could use my cards to hit monsters in different areas of the board. So I've got my red hero, which I could use to hit this net troll. That's 1 point. Now with Munchkin, you can also attach weapons. So let me say, for example, I had a weapon card. Let me just dig in here and find one. Those are specials. So let's say I have the spiky knees in my hand. I could attach spiky knees to my red hero, and now I can damage the net troll for 2 points of damage because the spiky knees give an additional point.
Okay.
So now I can rotate down to 2. I can also negotiate with players. So if I've played all my cards and I can't do anything more, I want to maybe ask for help to hit another monster or slay another monster, I can negotiate. So with these monsters, you have treasure. You look on the monster, there are gold dots there, and if you slay a monster, you get that gold. And the gold is basically the treasure cards. So that's how you get additional treasure cards, by slaying monsters. But when I negotiate with someone, I might say, okay, if you'll help me kill that net troll, I'll give you 1 of the treasure cards.
Okay.
But it's not limited. You can make any deal you want. It could be, let me kill that net troll, take the dead body, take the treasure, and I'll buy you a soda. We're not limiting.
Gotcha.
Whatever deal you can come up with.
Right.
So, after you do that, you keep any dead bodies that you've killed. And that's what goes toward your total point count. So you're wanting to be the person with the highest number of points in slaying monsters and have at least 1 tower standing at the end.
Okay.
After you've done that, that's when you add any treasure cards that you've gained. Let me put all these away. So let's say I killed this guy, I get 2 treasure cards. That's when I would add them to my hand.
Okay.
So you don't add them immediately after you've killed the monster, because you don't want to be able to kind of keep going with your turn. It would become an endless turn if you were able to do that. So.
All right.
After that, you move monsters. They all move 1 space toward the castle, like that. And then you place monsters. And with Munchkin Panic, you actually do have to place 3 monsters on the board. So if I draw a curse, which I did not, I would have to just keep drawing until I've actually placed them. So the way you place is just by rolling the die and putting the monster in the arc that matches that number. So let me show you a curse. And again, I would keep doing that until I have placed 3 in the forest. So I cannot find a curse. Let's see if I can do that. Here's one. Okay, so this curse is monsters in blue move 1 space.
Okay.
So they would get an additional movement. Some things I should mention about some of the monsters that are different from Castle Panic. we have some 4 and 5 point monsters, and you can see that this net troll, the lowest point value is a 2. So when it comes down to the 2, I have to use 2 cards. I have to hit this net troll for 2 points to kill him. So 1 won't do it, and he'll take damage if he hits any of our structures. Same way they do in Castle Panic, but if they get down to 2, they don't take damage.
Right.
So they could, 1 single net troll could take out your entire castle.
Okay.
So, and that's basically the base game. The More Munchkin mini expansion comes with additional cards. You have character cards, which makes it quite different, and you'll recognize the names and the art anyway from the races and classes from Munchkin, but they all have different abilities that are unique to the Munchkin Panic world.
Nice.
And they also come with a nemesis. So for example, the wizard has a special ability, and then his nemesis is that he cannot use specials on harpies. So when the harpies come out, he's limited. He can't use specials from the treasure deck or from the castle deck. And they each have something like that. And to remind you that the Nemesis monsters are special, we have a black border. So when they come out, you know that there's some character that has a special circumstance that needs to be applied to that monster. It also comes with a few extra, well, there's 1 extra castle card illusion, which allows you to discard 1 monster anywhere on the board and replace it with a monster from another location on the board. So you can be really strategic with that one. There are also 2 really powerful weapon cards that get added to your treasure deck, as well as monster enhancers. So these actually help the monsters in play. So if one of your opponents is trying to damage to kill a monster, you could actually use this to beef the monster back up.
Gotcha.
And one of the nice things about the More Munchkin mini expansion is you no longer have to have 1 tower standing at the end of the game to win. So it kind of acts like a timer. If I'm ahead, I may want to beef up the monsters and help them take out the castle so that I can be the winner with the highest number of points.
I see.
So
when you have the rule of just 1 tower standing, does everybody lose in that case?
Yes.
I got you. So you can play with or without that.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
And in the castle deck, so part of the expansion, you have all kinds of unique new special cards like Wandering Monster. You could use that to place a monster in the Swordsman Ring. There are curses that you could use to curse other players, like this is the Duck of Doom curse. So with this one you can choose another player, and you say, you picked up the Duck of Doom, you should know better, give me 1 treasure card at random. So, and then I kind of like this one. This is the Chicken on Your Head curse. You play that, and all of your opponents have to randomly select 1 treasure card, put it on their head like this, and then you can look at all the cards. They can't see their own card, but you look at all the cards and decide which one you want to take and put it in your hand.
Nice.
So that's kind of every time that comes up, that's a lot of fun. So, and there are other curses in here as well, and some other specials that make the deck a little different from Castle Panic. So, but it's mainly the card combos that you can do with the treasure deck. I talked about the weapons and attaching those to the hit cards. You also have potions that you can use. Let me see. Like Potion of Idiotic Bravery, damage 1 monster anywhere on the board except the forest for 1 point. So, and you have a lot more. You can see that icon indicates that it's effective in the castle ring. So you have a lot more that you can do in the treasure deck with the castle ring. So.
So in the expansion, is that you get that when you pre-order, or how does that work?